Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, Johnny Sports, and welcome to the first episode of FIFA 18 Sprint to Glories. I know there are a lot of people copying this series out there, especially in the German community, but this is the original, and here is the first episode, boys. The rules are on your screen, as you can see right now. Could we get over 3,000 likes for the first episode of the Sprint to Glories to start off? That would be huge, boys. Rules as always on your screen right now, and obviously our goal is to win titles with the team that we pick. Now today we start off in Spain. I thought let's start off in a different country than we normally used to. Spain is obviously a really good one. I think I normally start off with Brazil, and I decided to pick FC Barcelona, but obviously the B team, which is in the second league, second division in Spain. And I thought, okay, this team would be perfect because they already have a couple of decent talents in there who we can use until the end of this career mode. Someone like Alena in that center midfield position will be crucial for this team, and that's why he is in that thumbnail as well. Haha, good job, Johnny. Let's get into this one straight away. 1.39 million in the budget right now. You can't really buy any players with that amount of money. I could be loaning in players, but I thought, no, let's just try out this team and see how it goes. We have Lozano up top, 72 rated. Concha down the left. He's not really looking too good. I think he goes up to like a max of 78 or something. So he was never really in my plans for the future. The same goes for this guy, Ruiz de Galarreta. I mean, his name is cool and all, but he's not really the main guy right there. Then this Busquets guy, the upcoming Busquets of Barcelona, apart from Sergio. He's a talented player, only 18 years old, 6'1" tall. Very similar stats to when you think of a Busquets who is 18 years old. I mean, Sergio. You get what I mean? But this guy is the main one. Alena, 72 rated, 19 years old, 5'11" tall, center midfielder, right midfielder, center attacking midfielder. He will be one of the main players in this Sprint to Glory. And I'm really happy to bring this one back to you guys because I really think that the Sprint to Glories were an essential part on my channel in the last year. Every single one of them had huge amounts of support on them, and hopefully it will be the same this year. Through these Sprint to Glories, we normally tend to find a couple of really talented players that normally we would never really find, because we start off with a not so good team. We bring in talented players who start off at like a 65, 70 rating, players that not everyone brings into their team, and at the end we try to build up to an amazing squad. And this Cucurella guy, by the way, 68 rated left back, is one of the highest potential left backs in Spain right now. 18 years old, and I really wanted to hold on to him until the end as well. In the goal, we don't really have a very talented player right here. A lot of you guys might be screaming out already, Sergio Rico, bring him into your team. Just hold on and wait. We'll see what happens to that goalkeeper position. I genuinely thought that this Kaptoum guy had more potential, but he doesn't. Bueno, the centre-back, the 66 rated one on the bench, is actually a very talented player as well. But after the first season was over, our manager rating was on 64, not looking too good. But Alena had a good season with 10 goals and 5 assists. For a center midfielder, that is quite decent. Now let's take a look at the growth in the team. Now in FIFA 18, obviously the menus have changed. It's not the usual squad report anymore, but I think this is also quite nice for us to see the stats of the players going up. +3 for Cucurella. Palencia, the right back, is actually a quite talented player as well. Alena went up to 75 in the first season, and then going down, we do have a couple of other talents that grow, but this time only +2. Bueno goes up to a 68 rating. And one thing that I noticed was that everyone was growing quite consistently, but on FIFA like 16, players were growing by like +4, +5 in just one season, and it isn't like that anymore. I've never seen so far any of the players going up by like +5 in one season without me applying any training onto these players. And obviously we are not using any training sessions. This is the natural growth of the players, and that concerns me. I really would like to know how long it just takes these players to grow to their full rating, especially players who start off at like a 66. I mean, that will take them ages to get up there in the ratings. And first season we come in the 16th position. It's not the best, but it's something that we can work with. And here comes the first transfer. Obviously, FIFA 18, we have negotiations going on, and I was looking to bring in Exposito from Deportivo La Coruña, I believe, and I offered around 3 million. Actually, no, I think I went down a little bit more. Yeah, 2.6 million. I decided, or did I? No, I didn't. 2.7 million. That is the offer being sent. And just let me know in the comments down below, guys. Actually, in the top right corner, do you want to see the negotiations in the Sprint to Glories? Because in this episode, I included them. But if you guys don't want to see it, just let me know in the top right corner. If you want to see it, press yes. If you don't want to see it, say no. But I thought it would be quite interesting to see how much I actually pay for these players, how I negotiate, what kind of wages I offer these players. Because obviously, a lot of you guys, when you want to bring in these players into your team, you want to know how much you have to spend on them. And since I'm not really into using FIFA and so on, maybe if you guys are doing that as well, this could be just a little help for you if you are not using FIFA just like me. But obviously for this series, I have to use it. There's no way around it. I cannot just guess who has good potential on him. But this Exposito guy is a decent center midfielder. I wanted to use him alongside Alena. That was the main goal, and we are about to get him into the team. We don't know how much he's earning on wages, and that was an issue right there. I thought 10k, that should be fine for this player. I'm probably overpaying, but I just want to make sure that he just doesn't run away and say, no, I don't want it. But he said he wants 8.4, but a couple of bonuses. All these players are after bonuses, man. Trust me, on FIFA 18, all the managers of these players want that money. Now, Exposito, 4-star weak for 21 years old, 5'10" tall, and 71 rated. The one and only transfer of that season. But look at this. Alena, center midfielder, 50 games, 32 goals, 2 assists. I have never seen anything like that. That is insane. And that season right there, that told me, okay, this guy is something special. This guy is actually really good. So in this season, Palencia goes up by +3 again. He's now 74 rated. Bueno also +3, growing quite nicely. Alena, same for him, now 78 rated, the highest rated player in our team. Vitinho is right behind him with a 76 rating right there, also +3 for him. But again, no +4s at all in this season. And that was, again, something that worries me, because if you want to do like a Sprint to Glory type of career modes, you want to simulate a lot, it just extends the career mode to an extent where players will get quite old. And that's just disappointing, you know. I really want to see my talents get to like 25, 26 and then be like right on their top potential, because normally football players, they are at their best around the age of like 26 to 28. That is the best age for them normally. Physically, that is where they are the fittest, that is where they are the fastest and sharpest. And I want to see my players around that age going up to their full potential. But with a lot of these players, it might not happen, because it only helps them to grow by +2, +3 in one season, and that might be an issue for some of you guys. But we were fighting for promotion right here, by the way, in our third season, I believe, and we actually got it done. Oh, actually, this is not the third season. This is the second, third, I don't know. We have gotten promotion, even though we came into the 4th position. 81 points on us. Levante completely destroyed the league, 97 points on them, but we have managed to beat Royce in the cup final for a promotion, and we go through. We are now in La Liga Santander, and that was very exciting. Now, for Gonzalez right here, the center back, I had to pay the, what's it called? The release clause, and we paid it. We were happy. We're now offering him a contract, important first team player, 4 years, and he wanted a release clause, but that is something that I always deny my players, and I never had any issues. They just want more wages. So if you guys don't want to give your players release clauses, make sure to just reject them, deny them, and you'll be fine. You can just go ahead and give them a little bit more wages, and they will definitely accept. Now, one thing that I haven't really gotten used to is the fact with these bonuses, like I never really know how much I have to offer certain players, and that is definitely something that you will have to train for yourself as well. I think 300,000 for a 72 rated center back might have been too much right there, and obviously with Sprint to Glories, you want to keep that money in your club for as long as possible, because you can't really bring in players for high amounts of money at the start. Now, Barcelona player joined Real Madrid. Somehow my board just sold on Marc Cucurella. Even though I extended his contract, that's something that I'm putting a lot of emphasis on in the Sprint to Glories. He's now 75 rated. And Real Madrid have snatched him up. And that was very disappointing, man. I really thought that Cucurella was a Barca boy, but apparently he's a traitor. He moved over to the rivals. We have to come over this one and see if we can beat Real Madrid in the future. Now, let's move on into the next season and let's take a look at the statistics of some of the players. Has Alena had an amazing season again? He's again our top scorer, 16 goals, 6 assists. Our striker must be terrible, and yes he is. Lozano, 46 games, 8 goals, 3 assists. That's not good enough for a striker. I want more goals out of my striker, and we will be bringing in a couple of beasts in the future. No worries about that one. But Alena, so far, definitely the main man in this team, together with someone like Palencia, who has been growing a lot as well. But Exposito now 77 rated. Alena, by the way, 82 rated by now. Really amazing stuff from him. And the goalkeeper, 72. Palencia 76. Really good right back. His stats are looking amazing already at the start of the career mode. So if you're looking for a road to glory right back, definitely get yourself Palencia. He looks like a beast, boys. Vitinho also very skillful, I believe. I think he has 4-star skills if I'm not mistaken, or at least 4-star weak foot. But he has a 79 rating by now, and he's only 22 years old, so he had some decent growth on him. I like that. But here we go. First season. Yep, the Barcelona at the top is not us. We are the Barcelona at the bottom of the league. And we got relegated. The team wasn't good enough. And now it was time to spend money. Werner. We are going after him for that goalkeeper position. A very weird name for a Spanish player, but I was like, you know what, let's just go after him. He's playing for Atletico Madrid, 24 years old by now, and we have around 3.9 million in the transfer budget at the moment, and we are going ahead and making him a contract offer right now. And hopefully this one does work out, because I believe Esquieta, our goalkeeper right now, he's not really that good. We were conceding too many goals in the last season, so I decided to bring in a new one. In Sprint to Glories, I think the most important positions are the striking position and then the defense. The midfield, not so much, but definitely the defense is huge for simulations. If you have bad defenders and especially a bad goalkeeper, you'll be conceding a lot of goals. Now, Werner is 74 rated when he joins our team. And then I was going after another Gonzalez for the centre-back position. And this time, it was Jago Gonzalez. And I believe these signings that I'm currently making are pre-contract signings, if I'm not mistaken right here. But Jago Gonzalez, 3 years, crucial first-team player. And I am definitely not accepting a release clause again. Don't do it, boys, except you want to get rid of your players. If you want to do that, definitely go ahead and do it. But we are moving on now. Jago Gonzalez, wage offer. Again, I have no idea how much he's earning, so I'm thinking, you know what? We are already a couple of seasons into the game. Let's offer him 30k, and he says, I want 20k, but he wants, obviously, bonus. Again, bonuses everywhere. And then it was time for the biggest signing, a pre-contract signing of Inaki Williams. One of the men on the thumbnail. Inaki Williams is a complete beast, boys, and we're trying to get him into the club already. Wow, he would be a great signing. And is it working out? Of course it is. Inaki Williams has accepted, and now we are going after someone else. Gonzalo Guedes. I just realized he's playing for Paris Saint-Germain. I believe... Oh, I could have made a mistake right here, boys. I believe Gonzalo Guedes was loaned out into a Spanish team, and because of that, I saw him in the Spanish brackets, basically, in the Spanish league, and I thought, okay, he's eligible to be brought into this team, but he was only on loan. I forgot that, but no, don't worry. We are getting rid of him quite soon as well, so he never really worked out for our team. I might have made a mistake right here. I did not realize that it was loaned out, but as we know, we will make mistakes throughout this sprint to glory. Not this one specifically, but all in all, I will make mistakes. And this is one of them. I don't know if you could consider this one a mistake because he was playing... forget about it. I'll own up to it. Mistake on my part right there. But this season, again, Alena, 22 goals, 6 assists. Arnaiz actually has been doing quite well behind Alena. Every single season, he was behind him on the top scorer list now for quite often, I believe. And Alena now +3 again, 85 rated. Exposito, 80 rated. Vitinho now is 82 rated. That guy is very talented and he's going up in his stats quite quickly as well. Every single season, I believe, +3 for him. Now, as you can see, with a lot of these players down here in the list, they are only growing by +2, even though they started off at like an age of 18 and they are now 22, 23, and they are now at 74, 75. You cannot use those players. 4 or 5 seasons into the game, they should be growing by a lot more. I think that's something that needs to be fixed. I want to see players grow by +4 at times. That just needs to happen. It can't be just me training the players, but we are back into La Liga. We have won, actually not won, but we came in second place, and we will be going up into the La Liga Santander. We have gotten ourselves promotion, and Gonzalo Guedes right here. Decent stats on him if you guys wanted to see him at some point. He has some quality stats on him, 24 years old by now, 82 rated, but not really an out-and-out striker in my opinion. But this guy is the big one. Inaki Williams, 87 rated from Athletic Bilbao, pre-contract. There's no way I can bring him into the team without a pre-contract, boys. I cannot afford these players at all. Gonzalez, 79 rated centre-back, now a little bit more solidifying our defense, and that will help us out in the future. Again, we are going after a couple of big names. Jago, he is currently playing at Getafe, I believe, and we are currently going after him. Even though he's earning 19.5k on his wages, he is 85 rated and only 25 years old, and I believe he can play on the wings and also in the striking position. For this player, actually, I accepted the release clause because it was 91 million. So I thought, no one really will pay that. So I did go ahead and accept that. Now I'm going after someone else on pre-contract again. Sergio Rico, I was going after him every single season. Never happened. But here is the big name. Deulofeu from the big Barcelona, brother. It is Deulofeu on an 89 rating on a wage of 320k. This is the biggest purchase so far. Even though we haven't spent any money on his transfer, the wages will hurt us. We could have brought in like 2 big players for that amount, but you know what? I thought Deulofeu, very high rating. I want him in my team. Inaki Williams down the right, Deulofeu down the left, and Guedes in the striking position. That was what I was going for. So Deulofeu worked out on a pre-contract as well, but we did not stop right there. We still had a little bit of money left, so I decided to go ahead and pick up one more player in our transfer list. The thing is, now with this transfer list, I like the fact that you guys can see the players that I was monitoring, basically the players that I was going for. So it's quite good that you guys can see the process of me going after these players. And this one, it is Fornals. For the center midfield position, I needed another player because I believe Alena and Exposito were doing quite well, but we needed one more. I think Galarreta was still in the team at this point, and I thought, you know what, Fornals would be quite good for that center defensive midfield position. I believe he can play cam, yes, but he can also play in that CDM position, and 89 million release clause, I was like, you know what, let's accept that. That will be working out as well for us. If we get 89 million for him, we can basically get any player in the world right now. And the wages 45k, even though he's currently on 58 at his team, so he actually went down on his wages, which is maybe something that you guys need to keep in mind, because a lot of you might think that you have to raise the wages all the time, just like I do, but you don't have to. First season where Alena is not the top scorer, boys. It has happened. He only scored 9 goals this season and got himself 7 assists. I was expecting a lot more assists from Alena in that position, but never really happened. But here we go. On growth, +2 is the highest this season. So after being a couple of seasons into the game, it was quite disappointing to see some of these youngsters that we brought in, especially the ones that started off at like a 68, not really growing anymore. So players like Bueno and so on would never really make it into the team. I mean, look at him. He's 23 years old, 76 rated right now, and he's only getting +1. But I do believe he doesn't really have very high potential, but I think he has like 80. So how long will it take for a player to get to 80, man? He should be there. But this season, we actually came in in the 5th position. And Deulofeu and all those guys are not even in the team right now. And that was a huge achievement. With Guedes, Inaki Williams, and Alena, and Exposito, we have done it. And that also gave us some European football. We qualified for the EuroLeague. But now it's time for the biggest name in this sprint to glory. It is Asensio. I freaking love watching this guy play. Even though I do sympathize more with Messi and Barcelona, as a football fan basically, I love watching this kid play. He is such a talented player, and we have to spend 420k on his wages, or even more I believe, I'm not too sure, but he was earning 420k at Real Madrid, and it was time to bring him in on a pre-contract. There's no way I can bring that guy into my team on a normal transfer. I probably would have to spend around 200 million, so forget about that. I was going for another centre-back now to play alongside Gonzalez, one of those two Gonzalez's that we have in our team, and he's getting 38k now. His wages are actually going up, but that will be another decent addition into our team. Now this season, I actually forgot to record at the end of the season, but we came in into the 9th position. Just a little screenshot right here, and you will definitely see at the end, after this season coming up, you will get to see detailed stats about these players. Asensio looking incredible on that 92 rating, man. 99 long shots. That is such a fun card to use. 5'11" tall, 27 years old. Has over 10 specialities and traits as well there. And Sainz joins on an 81 rating, which at this point isn't really a high rating for us. But I needed a better centre-back to join into the team, and he was just a tiny bit better than the ones that we already had in our team. Now, I was going for a new left back because obviously Cucurella was a traitor and he left us to go to Real Madrid. I believe Cucurella has like an 86 potential or something. So if you guys are interested in a decent looking left back with a nice haircut, go ahead and go for him, because he will be a lot of fun to use on that left back position. I was going for Grimaldo, which never really worked out, so I had to go for Marin. Grimaldo just would not accept, and yeah, I just couldn't do anything at that point. Grimaldo, obviously, I believe the highest potential left back in Spain. This guy, though, wasn't too bad either. 26 years old, 84 rated. Marin, I needed him in my team, and it was happening right now. The contract will be accepted. He has a release clause of 65.6 million at this point. And yeah, that is probably not going to be paid by any team in the world. So I decided to accept that one as well. The client is happy and he has joined our team. 84 rated left back Marin. Really good stats on him right there, and he has 88 stand tackle, 86 slide tackle, only 2-star weak foot though. That's quite disappointing, but 6 foot tall, and that is a really good thing. I like my left back and right back to be around 5'11", 6 foot, and that is the best thing. But Alena again is at the top of the goal scoring list, and there's like a sign next to him. What does that mean? Does that mean he's injured, or what does that mean? He's 88 rated by now, and that is just incredible, boys. Alena, definitely the best player in this team right here. And obviously, you can see detailed stats in that little box, the graphic that you can see there. You can see how much pace they have, how much shooting rating they have. I cannot go through every single player in detail, I believe. Actually, I can. Oh, hold on. I could have done that. I did not know. I now see it, that you can check it out by moving the right analog stick. But as we move on with the Sprint to Glories, we will learn and they will get better. But I will stop to make mistakes like the one with Guedes. No worries about that one. He actually remained in the team until the end. I remembered that one wrong. But he's 84 rated, 27 years old. Not really a super talent, I would say. But this season we actually came in into the 6th position. Barcelona B with 61 points. Which is not too bad, you know. We didn't manage to win any titles with this team, not even in the 2nd division, but we did manage to create a team that can establish themselves in La Liga, and that was nice to see. And we brought in some players who are worth a shit ton of money. Asensio, 19 million, Alena, 55 million. Just insane amounts for these players. One name that I definitely did enjoy a lot was Vitinho. It was nice to see him go up to a very high rating. He's now worth 42 million, even just the same amount as Inaki Williams at that point. And all in all, I was very happy with this Sprint to Glory. I did not win any titles, yes, but again, like I said, we created a very unique team, and I think that was the main goal behind this one. Here you can see now This is the new section now that I'm doing on the Sprint to Glories. The top talented players that I could have brought into the team. Dembele on a 92 rating right now. Saul on a 90. Laporte 89. Carrasco 89. Bellerin 88. Ceballos, that was one that I really wanted to bring in, but he just moved to Chelsea and I did not manage to bring him in on a pre-contact. Titi is insane on this game, boys. If you're looking for a really good centre-back, bring in Titi. He is unbelievable. But that is going to be it for the Sprint to Glory. I really hope you guys enjoy this last little edition where you take a look at the top talented players that I could have brought into the team. You see their stats and so on, so you're not really limited to seeing the players that we did bring into the team, but also you can see all the other ones as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button for the first Sprint to Glory on FIFA 18, and there's a lot more to come. Let me know in the comments down below which country I should do next. Take care. Peace.